mentioned before that Allah is only going to test you with things that you can handle. So when Allah is testing us, we've got two choices: to lay down and play the victim and feel bad and feel broken and say, I can't do this, I can't do that, why this, why that? Or do we rise to the occasion and go, you know what, subhanallah, if Allah is testing me, then it's only because He knows I can handle it. It's only because He knows this is going to make me stronger. One of the most saddest thing I want to say in people who are trying to be healthy and fit and all of these things, right, is the moment that they start a journey, usually the first 1, 2, 3, even 4 weeks of the journey is easy, because in the initial stages you're motivated, you're hyped up, you're inspired. Yeah, I've got this, I can do this, right? And then by week 4 or 5, we're going, this is actually harder than I thought, right? And those weeks, week 5 to about week 8, those are the most challenging weeks, because that is when it's really going to test your comfort level. And this is almost like the defining moments of whether someone continues with their journey or stops and gives up. And one of the biggest problem is the inability to be resilient and get through it. And one of the major issues is the language we tell ourselves. Look, we've all had experiences. We've all had experiences, with our health, with our diets, with our behaviors, with our parenting, with all of these things. So our brain has a library of evidence of the things you did well and the things you haven't done well. For the people who are struggling with weight, the majority of the evidence in their library is how much they failed, right? You can't do it. Who do you think you are? You've tried dieting 100 times before and it didn't work. What makes you think you're going to be able to succeed now? So we have a library of evidence that we can't do it. Now, when you're on yet another journey, right, those thoughts are coming to you like, come on, Yusra, you've tried this before. What makes you think you can do this? And what makes you think this time is going to be any different? You're always going to be the fat one, the heavy one, the one who's not pretty, and all of these things, right? Why do we have those thoughts? It's because that has been our experience. Our role, if we want to build resilience, is to not change those thoughts. People tell you, change your thinking. I hate the concept of positive thinking, because if my life has been hard, positive thinking is going to be really hard. So, but the concept I go with, instead of trying to change your thoughts, how about you change your relationship with your thoughts? Because here's the thing, your thoughts will always lead to emotions. Your emotions will lead to a certain behavior, right? So if I'm thinking, who am I? I can't do this. I've done this 100 times before. It hasn't worked. The feeling that's going to come from that is weakness, demotivated, uninspired. It's like, oh, come on, I'm just going to give up. Then the behavior of that is you stop the journey and you stop it and you go back to unhealthy ways, right? But had you challenged that thought, going, you know what, Yusra's thoughts, I know what you're doing. You're trying to keep me stuck here. I'm not going to believe you. Just because I'm thinking it, it doesn't mean it's facts. Just because I'm thinking it doesn't mean it's true. Challenge that thought. When you challenge that thought, you feel differently. You suddenly feel empowered, right? You suddenly stand up for yourself instead of allowing your mind to run your life. You run your life. Your conscious mind runs your life, right? And then from that empowered feeling, how are you going to act? You are going to act empowered. We behave in a way that we think every single time. We behave in a way that we believe our thinking. You can have thoughts. You may not be able to stop them, but it's entirely up to you to choose whether you're jumping on the thought train or not. To choose whether you're going to believe what your mind is telling you or not. And that is where resilience is coming from. Your ability to say, no, I'm not believing you. I can do this. I've got this. I'm not broken. I'm not weak. I'm strong. I'm capable. I'm adaptable. I'm flexible. I'm a good mom. I'm a good wife. I'm a good Muslimah. Right? Because by doing that, you know what you're doing? You are building a whole new library of evidence that, mama, you've got this. Can you see how that plays out? You're building a whole new library of evidence, proving to yourself that you're strong, you're capable, you're adaptable, you're resilient. Yeah?